What's going on, yo? It's 88 by 11 mile and tune into Next Wave Up Radio.
And we are live. We live, baby. We live. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Mina Lowe.
What's the deal? You feel? It's your boy, Day Reezy.
You already know it's the homie Booney.
And we got some special guests with us today.
Who we got?
Hey, tell us who you are.
What's going on? This 88 by 11 mile. My name is Kenway, live from Inglewood, California.
Okay.
All right, Inglewood. Okay.
And I'm Alex on the 11 mile side of 88 by 11 mile from Southfield, Michigan.
Oh,
okay.
Hey, come on, the intersection.
Yes.
Man.
So what's going on, y'all? Y'all got plenty of events coming up.
Man.
Want to talk about it?
Chasing dreams.
I feel
One
it.
day at a time.
I feel it.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, we're still working on some things.
It's a new year for us. I mean, honestly, we changed up our brand a little bit. Last year, we had Thank You LA, which is what we're mostly known for.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even know who 88 11 mile is. They just know what Thank You LA is.
Mm-hmm.
Mas Vida was only in his second year. This year, we really introduced, well, last year introduced Amateur Night, but this year, people were starting to catch wind of it. So, we have a lot of different brands that, it's another, build year, I guess you would say, because we have a lot of different brands that we're working on, or we're trying to build up to, I guess it's Zenith. So, we have Amateur Night, Mas Vida, but it's 8811 Day Party,
8811 Day Party is pretty it's like right now is our marquee brand, I would say, right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
8811, we just started it last month specifically, because Day Party season, for my birthday and everything like that.
Yes.
So
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. 8811 Day Party is supposed to be like the next kind of wave inside of day parties that we believe specifically, because it was like, what is not out there really like that?
Right.
And there's no open bar experience, a true one, right? Outside of it's really not even that. Like, there's no real true open bar experience where it's like, it's not gonna run out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you go there, and then on top of that, to add to it, you get all you can eat tacos. So for 3 hours, you get all the drinks you can drink and all the tacos you can eat.
I can attest
for
to that.
3 hours.
That
so
sounds
like a win, win
to
me.
It's a win right
but
there.
all right, now how much do you think that should cost?
Venue,
for
plus
real.
alcohol.
Yeah.
How
much
much
you get in? You don't wait.
You
You don't hold on.
Yeah.
I just want to look. You don't wait in line. It's the number 2 club in America, number 22 in the world.
Okay.
All you can drink for 3 hours. All you can eat tacos for 3 hours. How much does that cost?
Y'all can get 2 dubs from me. Y'all can get 40. 2 dubs. I feel
Really?
like that's
It's not. It's not.
And you would you say and hold on? Would you say that you are like on the lower end of like paying for parties and stuff like that? Like you don't pay for a motherfucking thing when you go out. You don't.
Yeah, that's me.
Because me personally, I'm not really like a party goer.
Yeah, so like you would probably be in the bottom 10 percentile, right?
Right.
For sure. So what we did is we lowered that cost from $60 to $45.
Okay.
So you right on the money, low key.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we lowered it to about $45 for that type of experience, and I think that experience ain't really anywhere inside of Los Angeles, let alone America. So it was just like, that shit's pretty dope.
Hell yeah.
That's our next wave. That's what we're trying to get going and stuff like that. There's like other open bar parties is usually subject to it running out, right?
Facts.
And it's only one type of alcohol. Some of the stuff with, the Palooza people, you know what I mean?
Wow.
I already knew he was going there once he said that.
But it's cool.
Like,
it is. But I mean, like, that's not a shot at all.
Nah,
it's not like, it's just like on some stuff like, it's like, what else creatively can we try to put together?
Right.
Like, let's.
I mean, everybody's not open bar no more, though.
Yeah,
They don't. Not out here.
Yeah, that's rare. No, in general, they changed their whole model. It's like you buy a ticket and you get a certain amount of drink tickets.
Right. Yeah.
Before it was open bar until while supplies lasted. Now it's you pay a certain amount, you get a certain amount of drink tickets, and then I'm assuming that's it.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
Right.
So with this, the day party and stuff, are you guys going state to state with this? Because I know you said you were from Michigan, right?
Yeah.
And are you taking it from Michigan to LA or
no?
Not right now, at least. I wouldn't say like that. It's like totally ruled out.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, in the future, Yeah, but right now, no.
Got it.
Like, I mean, let's put it like this. In the future, I'm open to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like making it move.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But I think that the other side of it is us incubating it inside of Los Angeles. And what we've been able to do is like, you know, kind of push the culture forward as far as like what it means to have a day party, what it means to, you know, have, you know, how lit it can actually get.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's just like the shit that we do, like a lot of people don't see,
Right.
you know, inside of America. So it's just like, whoa.
Right.
You know, but that's low key kind of the strategy there.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Not necessarily trying to move right now.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all day parties. It reminds me because I'm an HBCU alumna. Hey. Shout out to JCSU. But yeah, it reminds me of like an HBCU experience.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you go lit as hell the pregame, then you get more lit. You meet so many damn people. It feels like a reunion.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
Nah, this you know I think that, you know, Alex can talk about that. He went to Howard University, so
okay.
I didn't necessarily go. I went to PWI.
Oh.
But I
Damn.
mean, but the thing is that, you know, being a DJ and understanding our music and our culture, I understand a couple things that I'm just like, yo, this absolutely needs to be inside of the, you know, party scene or inside of the, you know, going out scene in LA, you know, because I'm before I went to a PWI, I'm from South Central, so all the party vibe, the house party vibe is literally like our trademark out here. You know what I mean? And so with that, you know, you want to make sure that, you know, with the house party vibe, it's always really like, you know, really friendly, really everybody all together. Like, yo, this is like, we're just going to do any and everything and have a really, really good time. You know what I mean? Every song's going to be like, oh, shit, I remember this. I did it. You know what I mean? Just a real good vibe. So you bring that together with, you know, his kind of experience of what an HBCU was like, my understanding of music, and you get our slogan, which is home is where the party is. So, like that, you know what I mean? And that's 88 by 11 mile. That's what we stand for.
Makes a lot of sense.
Hell yeah. Because I had the time of my life at y'all shit.
Well, why was it the time of your life, though?
Man, because first, for one, like I said, I'm not a big party goer, for one. But for two, it was just the vibe. Y'all had like the right crowd of people there. It was no drama, no BS. The women wasn't bougie. They was throwing ass everywhere. It was ass all over the place. I had a lot of drinks, and it was just a lot of fun, man. Like the vibe there was just untouched.
Man, you know, that's love right there. And sometimes I don't really be knowing because I'm really at the helm of it. So I'm DJing, but you know, like I'm definitely like trying to curate that vibe, or like actively when I'm up there. You know what I mean? Like you can't do too much of one thing. You got to play many different things. You got to take the crowd on a roller coaster ride. You know what I mean? Like,
man,
can't tire y'all motherfuckers out. Y'all be like, God.
Yeah. That's one thing you don't want to do. Because sometimes you play so many lit like songs back to back. Yeah, and you're just like, I want to dance. But like, I'm tired as hell.
And then you got to put people on the, you know, other stuff or new stuff. Like so it's like, yo, like. So, you may not be dancing to it hardcore or whatever, but you like listening like, oh, this shit dope. Or, you know, or you may hear a throwback that it's like, bro, why the fuck is he playing this shit?
Bro. That's what had it the most lit for me. You was really playing like our oldies, like the early 2000s, shit like that.
Nah,
like the
you
Bangin'
got to,
Ja Rule, all that.
Yeah,
like
you absolutely
he had me update my playlist. I'm like, nigga, I ain't heard that shit in years.
Nah, that's what it's supposed to be. I have this this saying that I always say to myself or to other DJs too, and people who are, you know, connoisseurs of the culture. Like, if you don't, if during a DJ set, if the DJ doesn't make you say, "What the fuck is he playing right now?" then you didn't do a good job as a DJ. You need
Why
to
is that?
Because you got to take risks as a DJ. You know, like I'm tired of motherfuckers going to the parties and I'm hearing all the exact same fucking playlists.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like the exact same playlist, and you really think you're hard. You're not. And the thing is that no, this is true.
It's true.
Nah, this is the truth. Now, see, the thing is that obviously you're going to have to hear things that you know and love,
Right.
because then that's going to establish a trust between you and the DJ.
Most definitely.
But once you establish that trust with your crowd, then it's time to take them on a ride. You know what I mean? Do some things and play some stuff that ain't really, you know, heard like that or, you know, whatever. So, and then what even gets harder about it is that once you do that so many times as a DJ, you know, you got to go further than what you already know. You know what I mean? Because you may be killing it to people, but it's like, as me, like, you know, some of the oldies I'm playing and stuff like that, like, I've played them.
Yeah.
It's just that, you know, you come into the party at that time, so you're like, damn, this shit, I ain't heard this shit in so long. But it's just like, to me, I'm like, bro, like, I've been playing that type shit. That's been one of my cuts for a while. So and then so I always gotta keep, you know, keep it updated, keep it, you know, like keep it kind of fresh and keep it kind of eclectic. You know what I mean? So, but that's, you know, that's my idea. Not trying to like diss nobody or nothing. Just like, you know, but yeah.
After the diss. No, I'm kidding.
Next wave up.
Hey, we welcome it. So, like, since you went to a HBCU, like, what do you, like, think that you brought from that culture to out here? And even, like, from where you're from, too.
Yeah. Yeah, so when it comes to that, you know, going to Howard, it's obviously anybody that's been at HBCU is an experience in itself. You know, you're being able to go to a school or a place where everybody's the same age, but it's black people from all over the country, right? So you're able to see like kind of how do you collect all the energy from all these different places and you make that space boom or whatever that event might be. So that might be like, you know, obviously like adding food to an event or being able to play certain styles of music that you normally don't hear in the clubs or whatever, reggae or calypso or you know, wherever, you know what I mean? Like, then you get to, like, really and truly get to experience all the cultures for what they are. Like, when I first got to Howard, being from Detroit, I'm trying to think. I don't even think I knew anybody else from L.A. or the Bay Area. But, again, because everybody is, at that time, I mean, I went to Howard as a 17-year-old. I wasn't 18 as a freshman. I was 17. So, everybody that comes to schools like that, they're at that time, like, they wear, like, where they're from with their chest. You know what I mean? As opposed to, like, when you're a little bit older, like, you might just, you know, it's a little more undertone, like, oh, I'm from Atlanta or I'm from wherever. But when you're 17, 18, it's like, that's all you knew. So you wear it, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's on your sleeve. So, like, when I was on campus, I was meeting, you could tell, like, who was from the West Coast, who was from the South, who was from New York, who was from, I mean, the Midwest is a little bit, you know what I mean? It's a mixture of everything because from Chicago and Detroit, a lot of the people that moved to Detroit and Chicago, they came from the South for jobs. You know what I mean? So our culture in the Midwest is a little mixture of a lot of different things outside of the West. So it's more like Eastern, Southern, and like, you know, then we have our own like twang or whatever. So what I brought to 88, going from that experience, is just simply like how to understand, how to connect many different people, as in not just LNAs, but also transplants. Because there are transplants here that are from all over. They're from the South. They're from the East Coast. They're from Detroit. They're from wherever. And going to Howard, you was able to kind of get practice from knowing, like, okay, what songs like bring people together, or what types of events bring people together. And then understanding the market in LA at that time, we came out in I met him in 2015. We came out in 2016. And when we came out at that time, there wasn't any like brunch and day parties that were like built in a way where people that lived on the East Coast or lived up and down 95 that they were familiar with. The brunch and day parties here at that time were more like you would go to brunch somewhere and like the music would be on like Not 6 and you can hear the song in the background. You know what I mean? But it wasn't like, yo, like I'm eating and dancing and it wasn't like how it is on the East Coast. So because of that, I was like, well, shit, like, you know, we can like start doing that. And the first time we did it, the food was terrible. Like it was powder eggs and all types of bullshit.
Powder eggs.
Even before that, we, you know, before curating a brunch and day party, like, and I think that this is a part that he got to make sure he puts in there, is that he was specifically trying to garner a young professional crowd inside of Los Angeles. You know what I mean? So, you know, when we understood that, especially me coming to the table, I'm like, look, bro, I was, you know, because I was doing my own events when we met and everything. And I was just like, bro, like I'm tired of the LA bullshit. Like, all the fucking that whole hood shit. Like I was done with it. Like I was done. Yeah. Like that crowd, that whole I'm not turning my back on nobody. But look, I'm trying to make money at this. I'm trying to have a career at this. I ain't about to be going to every single place and fucking it up and all that shit. Like where are my young black professional folks? Met somebody who's on the same page. Right. And just kept going.
That's pretty much like the holistically. That's what I brought. I just had a post on who the transplants were, where they were, how to bring them out, and then because again, when we first started doing events, we were doing them on Crenshaw and Adams. Like that's where we started at. And I'm sure when we first started, people from LA was like, "I'm not going there."
Exactly.
You know what I
mean? No, for real. Nah, the people that I knew, like I remember when we was at the living room, like people I knew was like, bro, like
chirping.
That shit going. Bro, are you kidding, bro? Like, that shit is about to get shut down, bro. Like, what you mean?
Yeah, but, like, the shit was filled with a lot of transplants. There were people coming in from, like, North Hollywood. But because the reason why at that time is because in 2016, there was a huge opportunity gap. And that gap was in between, like, Hollywood and then L.A. native. There was nothing in the middle for people that were transplanted, young professional, or just lived in L.A. They maybe grew up in L.A., but they don't like really fit with native LA. You know what I mean? They kind of left that circle behind. Maybe they work downtown in the financial district and like they've left that, that part of where they're from. You know what I mean? When it comes, not left, but more so they've matured and decided to get out of that, I guess that type of recreational zone or whatever.
Black folks just want to come and feel have somewhere where they can get lit. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not talking about like the regular shit that people do now. Like they want something that's like, like I think our brand is built on this idea that we're gonna have these big, huge reunion type experiences. You know what I mean?
But it wasn't always like that though.
It wasn't always like that.
At first, it was more of a like.
It wasn't always like that.
It was a social club. Okay. At first, when we first started doing events like in the living room, again, most people didn't know where the fuck they were going. It was just that at that time, which that speaks to just any business or any market you're in. If you're entering an industry and you study the industry well enough, you're able to find the certain opportunity gap, and it could be super small or it could be like super large. And if it's super large and you shoot it at the right time, money will pour out of it. And so when we hit it at that time, there was nothing there were a lot of people complaining, like, where do I go to do this and do that? Granted, if you're from LA, you know where to go. If you're in the Hollywood, circles, you know what list you're on. But if you're in the middle, like, bro, you don't go out. The only time you go out, which is, again, why the goats of our industry were making a killing, the only time you'll go out is when Grits came to town, Henny Blues came to town, or Colors. Colors, luckily, was, at that time, Jabari had moved, he started like on the East Coast, but now he was stationed out here. So at that time, it was monthly. But even that was it. That's all you had.
That's true.
So outside of that, it was the gap was so large that when we entered it, it blew up. So the thing about it, like I said, it was a social club because only so many people knew about it. And so our reach was only so big.
But now it's like, to update the conversation, because it's like it's a lot of our history. To update it is to definitely connect it to what is happening now, what we see now, right? And what I think that, me and him always talk about these things, like, what is it now? What's the new thing? What's happening? Like, what do you got to do? Like, we deconstruct all types of events just for fun, because it's just like something that we like to do.
Okay.
But like 8811 Day Party specifically is supposed to be that brand outside of Thank You LA, which is supposed to be dead and in the ground. 8811 Day Party is our day party series, and that's like what we believe a day party should be. So, bringing in many different black-owned businesses or trying to get that black-owned media.
Yeah, I saw that.
And like definitely food vendors.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So if we can bring all these type of black businesses together and we can have an amazing time with this one-of-a-kind experience with open bar and tacos, we feel like that's our lane now. We want to blow that up. So it's like, I can go to a fucking party for $45 and have all the drinks I possibly could want, and it's a world-renowned club.
Yeah.
You got my ticket, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out to
Well, see, that's the thing, bro. It's like when you hear it, like, oh, oh, okay, yeah. No, when you hear us explain it, it's like, actually, damn, like you're right. Like that really is unique.
Yeah.
That really is actually like a fucking amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're doing that for us. Yeah, but it, thing is that you gotta deal with black folks.
I was
right?
about to
like,
say,
I mean, like
the people on the outside, you gotta deal with
my folks is like it's our people. But like another part of it is like I mean, I guess just be candid about it, right, Alex? Like it's like at a certain point, it's like, all right, like we do this for our culture.
Mm-hmm.
And it's we have a safe space for our black folks to come to,
right,
and everything like that. But where are my Latino, peoples at? Inside of us, that demographic that love hip hop, love the culture, that love us. We love them. Their culture is contagious, just like ours is.
Clearly.
Right,
Shit,
right.
we got tacos in there.
Yeah.
Right. Okay,
Man.
I play salsa music. You know what I mean? I play, I've definitely played some reggaeton inside of my sets when I'm inside of these places. So, so it's just like, looking at that too and trying to figure out, all right, for sure, like using our, putting our thinking caps on and just like, all right, for sure. So how do we, get some of those folks in there? How we get some of the more like, Asian American, type, people inside of there, and just like start building it out from where it is for all the people who love what we got going. You know what I mean? Who love our music, our culture, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And just start building it. I know that me and him have talked about that extensively and trying to figure out, all right, for sure, like, thank you, LA brunch and day party. That was our kind of like, no, this for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and whoever finds out about it, cool. But now we're coming at it like, all right, for sure. We see a lot of events popping up, like we said, like there's a lot of stuff now. Like everybody can go everywhere. Everybody got a brunch and day party now. You know what I mean? And that was also a reason why I wanted to step away from the brunch and day party. But everybody got a brunch and day party now. It's out there. Like the culture of LA has changed.
Yeah.
I would say that we had a little bit of a nudge to be able to say, like, we pushed it in that direction, which is great.
That's what's up.
Because we got a lot of people know where to go now. But I think that we got to figure out, all right, what's that next step?
Right.
And I feel like that next step is what we got going with 8811.
For sure.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So you guys do other things outside of 88th by 11 mile too. Hence the shirt.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, even just within the 8811 brand, we do a lot of things outside of parties too.
Right.
For us, again, when we first started doing events here, we really did it because there was a lot of young professionals in the city that just didn't really have outlet to kind of like be like, you know what, I'm tired of work. I want to go do this, I want to do that. There wasn't really me. I mean, also too in this market, like it's hard to do a happy hour. Happy hours do not exist simply because of the traffic and also how big the city is.
Yeah.
A lot of people like they live in Center City but work in Long Beach, got to take the 405. So it's if you try to throw a happy hour from 5 to 8, by the time they get there, it's over.
It's
right.
over.
So the only way, I mean, this is a throwaway, but the only way like you can throw a successful like weekly happy hour, or not weekly, but like a successful event or happy hour in general is if you do a reverse. So because of the way this city is built with when it comes to traffic and just that many amount of people and the best way to do it is if you throw an event during the week and you flip it. So like you find a bar, you find a location where you can do a happy hour that goes from 9 to whatever, to 12 or 8 to 1 or whatever the case may be. Also too, when it comes down with sports and all that type of stuff, like we're able to manipulate those events where you can still create the vibe as if it was a happy hour on the East Coast at 5, 6 p.m. So, but outside of that, in general, though, we do a lot of different things like outside of our events. Like one of the events that we created that's not really a party event is more so giving back to the community. It's called Work and Play. Work and Play was an event that we created as a way to highlight black businesses in LA. The story for me or how we came up with that event was there was a Jamaican restaurant on Centinela. Me being half Jamaican, I used to frequent it from time to time, but I noticed that he wasn't getting that much clientele. And I don't think it was because like his product or service wasn't great. I just think that with the population or the black population in LA being only 9%, a lot of people have no idea where these black businesses are. They're spread all over.
That makes sense.
And they don't have enough representation and not like representation as in like there's like institutions that are blocking them from being represented in the common market. It's just that these are small businesses in a city this large. It's hard to be a black business in Carson and try to reach all the black people that live in Inglewood. Like if you don't have the representation in Carson, or if you don't have the promotion in Carson, you're gonna tank. Right. So once I saw that business, it was only up or only running for about a year and a half or so, and then he shut down. So and I get a chance to talk to him before he decided to close shop. So I took that personal. And for me, I thought that, again, with the population being so low and us having the true, like a great pulse of the young professionals in L.A., we decided to create an event called Work and Play, where we basically throw in-store experiences for black businesses. So what we do is, like, we'll basically find a business that's wherever they are. We'll let him set up a DJ, set up there, and we'll probably do an open bar, or we'll have free liquor, and we'll basically like throw a party inside the store. But it's twofold. The reason why is because not only are you coming to get free alcohol, on the surface of it, there's free alcohol, great music, whatever. But the substance of the event is that you come in and you're able to see the store, possibly see something you like, purchase an item. Then we also have the owners on site so they can tell their story to you. So you know how they got started, because there are a lot of people in LA that are trying to aspire to be owners in whatever industry or the vertical they're in. So we basically have that event that allows them to really get a touch or be able to touch the brand, as opposed to, okay, I've seen the store before. I saw somebody post on the gram. So one of the bigger ones that we did one in Cool Kicks on Melrose, and then another one we did was a Crenshaw store. So we did a Crenshaw store a year before. And, which was shocking for me.
September,
Yeah, it was a lot of people that I knew that were from L.A. or that been living in L.A. for a long time that have never been. So I thought that was kind of shocking, because I was like, I mean, for Nipsey Hussle and the All Money and Camp to be, so large in that area of L.A., for that many people to be like, I've never been to the store. So, like, by y'all throwing this event, I was able to come. And it was cool because people shot the brand. You know what I mean? They got a better touch of it.
So it was awesome to be able to do that. I just kind of, I've been going there for years, and I just was like, yo, and Sam recognized me or whatever. Dope. And, just, it was like, yeah, bro, like, what's good? Like, you know what I mean? Like, hood niggas, like, for real. And I was just like, he's got a business and he's doing his thing, and I just love what he's doing for the community. And I always had that sentiment, with him or his dad that was inside the store. And I just, came to him and just, pitched him the idea. And he was like, yeah, like I loved it. But he was a good man. Like, Sam is a good guy for sure. Definitely kind of draw that kind of like energy that I see with Sam and Nipsey, with me and Alex, in the respect that, Sam is like behind the scenes doing his thing, like, really about the business and like, really about that. And Nipsey's a figurehead. And like a lot of times that's how people view 88 by 11 mile. You know what I mean? Like me as the the DJ, face, stuff like that, the face and stuff like that. And I guess it's by design that it's like that. But just tagging on another thing, outside of Work and Play, are Aquaholics. It's supposed to be this like
pool party.
Yeah, Alcoholics Pool Party. Something that we came up with. I came up with that name a while ago, and I was just like, yo, this is such a lit name. But we absolutely need to do it. But just like you said, that there's not a lot of places to go for happy hours. My throwaway with it, the pool party scene inside Los Angeles is dead. And it's like, why do you got to go to Vegas to have an actual lit pool party? You know what I mean? And so we're trying to figure out, how to get that brand to the point where it's like, nah, this is like some LA shit. Like this is like one of the staples of Los Angeles. You got to go to this party. But see, that's the thing. It's like, it's tough for a reason, right? Because there's only like 7 pools or something like that. Like 7 main pools inside of Los Angeles at hotels that are like, that are available to do parties, but they won't even do those because it's either too small, too bougie, or just absolutely too expensive. So Alcoholics Pool Party did it last July 4th. We're working on it right now. Just trying to see if we can get July 4th going. Like a lot of people said, and he probably said it to Alex too, like that was one of their favorite, if not their favorite event last year.
Yeah,
that it was nuts.
It was crazy. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Different. Back to answer what you were saying. So obviously like he's he's been DJing since in high school. So not probably before that, but for me, I'm just a backdoor serial entrepreneur. So I do a lot of. I have a lot of different like projects that I work on and stuff. Like Floss Scandalous is one. That is a team that I work on. That we also do events. Not like as many as 88, but we do a lot of like day party and some like night party series and stuff like that. When we first started doing events, like Thank You LA and stuff, like I was in the photography at the time, so I did a lot of some of the shots that we had like on our Instagram in the very beginning. I used to shoot our own parties, so like. He would be DJing, and I would be basically doing operation logistics and photography at the same time. Oh, wow. Streetwear, I got into that when I was in 2013. Created a brand called Excuse Detroit, and then that ran that for a couple of years. It's on a brand hiatus right now. Plan to bring that back soon. And then there's also 8811 merch coming. The first two hats, first two hats that we haven't released them, but people have seen them around. Thank You LA hats. Wearing them, yeah, like that one around his head right now. Right. Design those, and so I just do a lot of back.
I'm excited about the 8811 merch for sure because it's not necessarily just going to be just merch. It's like actually going to be a clothing line.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's going to be really dope. You know what I mean? It's going to be really dope.
This guy.
You know, I really like the idea that we were talking about the very basis of all that and what that would mean. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? What's missing out there where we can keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I definitely can't wait also for when he brings out Excuse Detroit and me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that to me that's exactly. So. But I think it's all supposed to be a part of our grand master plan where we're trying to get going. So I think that's like that's the guiding principle for our company is like our grand master plan that we got going. Like everything has to kind of coincide with it and just kind of build that up. I feel like, but like he just did. Like outside of 88 by 11 mile, I'm a DJ, so I DJ motherfucking. All types of parties. Fucking
everything.
You know what I mean? I'm still like, motherfuckers be thinking I'm a celebrity. And I'm like, I literally had 3 people come up to me and my thing like, yo, Kenway, like, you some type of celebrity or something?
He is, though.
I'm not a celebrity, y'all.
So look, he might not be a celebrity, but he's known in L.A. And L.A. is a top 5 market in the country.
Yeah, so look,
like,
I'm not a celebrity. I'll still DJ your shit, but I definitely charge a bag. So
I charge a bag, bro. We on the Breakfast Club? Like, where we at? My man's talking cash talk.
And a bag to me is $1,000 or up. So you know what I mean?
Know your worth, man.
Know your worth. So and add tax, right?
So, right.
So I'll do your backyard party. Fuck that.
This shit turned to Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
Nah, but that's what we do on the side, though. So
that's 88 by 11 mile.
For sure. Well, thanks for rocking with us, man. Let them know where we can find y'all at on the socials.
For me, personally, Fresh Chester 248. And, again, my name is Alex. I am the 11 mile side of 88 by 11 mile. Our company is truly an intersection of the neighborhoods that we came from and the ideas that we've created, which is why our company is called 88 by 11 mile. Me being from 11 Mile Road and Southfield. And, and again, our company page on all handles is 88 by 11 mile, so that's 88thx11mile, M-I-L-E, and then you can always go to our website, 88by11mile.com. Everything is 88 by 11 mile, so if you just need to know anything, just Google 88 by 11 mile, and our shit will pop up.
Google.
It's definitely popping up on Google now, too. Yeah. So we excited about that because you ain't got to really type out the whole thing.
You just do the 88 lazy motherfucker.
Just try to fucking just get it around there like 88 mile or something. Like, it'll probably come up.
We only it ain't that many teams like our name, so
right,
man.
But
so.
For sure.
My name is Kenway. Kenway live from
AKA Soldier Boy.
This nigga. never.
This nigga here.
Nah, shout out to Soldier Boy though. You know what I mean? But
this gonna get y'all the most views. Watch.
Oh my God.
this is gonna have y'all have the most views.
This is gonna be the most viewed show. I'm telling you right now.
Real shit. Watch. Those views gonna run up.
Nah, but yeah.
Crazy.
Kenway Live from Inglewood, California. Follow me on Instagram at Kenway Live. You know what I mean? I'm a DJ. I do my thing. You know what I mean? That's really the only place that you can really find me right now. Working on Kenway Live website.
Okay.
So, look out for that, when it comes out. I think that the website is going to have a lot of other content that we got to, start hearing, like some of my live shows that I record and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Dope.
Shout outs to y'all, too, man. That's,
man,
thank you.
Thank you
y'all have done a lot of stuff with us, I guess behind the scenes, really. Back in, I think, like, you did a write-up for...
Oh, yeah.
That was like a year ago. You know what I mean?
So got some history.
Yeah, man, we appreciate all media outlets, honestly, and anybody that's listening. I mean, our whole thing is that 88 by 11 mile, yeah, that's our company, and that's our, it's our brand or whatnot, but it's a platform.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that, we're exclusive, but in actuality, we're inclusive. For us, we team up with just about anybody, everybody that's doing something progressive in the city. Because, again, one of the things that I always kind of like noted and took after when I heard it was when Issa Rae was talking about how people like to try to find ways to network with people that are like above them, that are like CEOs of these major companies, but they're not networking people that are on the same level as them. I think that in reality, like, you're going to get more out of a relationship that you're networking with people that are literally coming up with you, because you guys are literally bouncing off each other every day, every other day, as opposed to, like, I'm just trying to get this guy's phone number, or I'm just trying to get his email and have him say yes to me, as opposed to somebody saying, I'll build with you. So for us, we're always networking and working with all different stations, all different, media outlets, all different vendors, all different people in general. You know what I mean? Right now.
We want to build, and we want to build.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, this is a class, like, we are all a part of the same class. I mean, hopefully we all graduate to where we want to be, but we're all part of the same entrepreneurship class. I mean, we're all, like, grinding it out in school, doing what we got to do. I mean, figuratively, but at the same time, like, we're all, going in the same direction. Eventually, all these stations, all these entities, all these companies will be the ones that the new generations are like, yeah, I look up to Next Wave of Radio. I look up to 88, or I look up to Good News State. You know what I mean? So this is literally, we're all in school right now, just grinding it out. So for anybody, including y'all, us, that's listening or whatever, just make sure you stay on your campaign. You know what I mean? Make sure you push forward, and make sure that you, again, like I said, you network people that are like on side of you or beside you, as opposed to only looking at people that are above you, or and also people that are below you too, because you never know. We've definitely worked with people before that, like, we never even, like, they weren't even on our radar, and they came to our event. Like, for instance, Slim is one guy. He's our videographer, or one of our videographers. He literally came to our event, as an associate of DJ Artistic. And he shot the video, and honestly, it's probably out of all the videos we've done, which is about probably like 10 to 15 media videos or whatever, he has one of the top 3 videos that we ever had. And we didn't even book him. He just came, he liked the event, he shot it, and then he was like, yo, this is what I did for y'all. And it literally was one of the most shocking, most electric videos that we had. So I say that to say, like, anybody that surrounds you, or anybody that's working with you, anybody that you person you're working with that they might know, you never know what kind of value they can bring to your team. So just always be open and just stay on the campaign.
Or what type of value we can bring to y'all, right? Just like you said with Slim. After that, we hired him. We was like, yo, this is work. And he came and did this and just showed us what he could do. So, he came in and did that, so we try and build with anybody and everybody that's about something and that could offer something, that's what I believe,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Follow them, catch this wave.
Man,
Hey, signing out, y'all. Minalo out.
Easy out.
We out.